looking here is the Aspire S7-391 Ultrabook. It's a 13.3-inch Ultrabook. I think the key point about this product, number one, is the display. It's a full HD display with touch, so that means it's 1920 by 1080 resolution. And as you can see as I start to play around here, it has full touch capability. The system is also very thin and light. We've done a lot to help shrink the what we call the Z height on this. One of the things we've done is worked on the hinge design. This is integral to the design of the product, particularly around the display. It has what we call dual torque, excuse me, so it will have a certain amount of resistance when you're opening the lid to this point, and then it has resistance so you can use it for a touch display, but it will still continue back to a 180-degree foldable position, and then the screen can be rotated for a user on the other side.
Okay.
The other part of the hinge that's very important to the design of this product is that it's a single piece. So it's built into the frame around the screen. This helps keep it thin by not having too many layers of parts that are built together, as well as keeping it very strong. So it keeps it very rigid and in place.
And according to Intel, one of the specifications for an Ultrabook is a boot up time. I think it's under 10 seconds.
Correct.
And what is
so we're using a depending on the configuration, either a 128 gigabyte or 256 gigabyte SSD in a RAID 0 configuration, and we're looking at a boot up in 5 seconds.
5 seconds, okay. And what's the price point for the configurations?
You're looking at either $1,400 or $1,700 US, i5 or i7. This product here is the Aspire S7-191. It's an 11.6-inch screen, full HD, that's 1920 by 1080, and it is fully touch optimized for Windows 8. And you can see as I switch back and forth in between, it is extremely thin and light, as you can see here, looking at the edges of the product. You'll notice that there are not RJ45 or VGA ports. In fact, even the HDMI port is micro, so what we've done is included a couple of adapters with the product. We have a USB to RJ45 adapter for people that want to connect to a physical LAN, and we have micro HDMI to VGA for people connecting to older monitors or projectors.
Okay.
This will be configured with i3 or i5 third generation Ivy Bridge processors, 4 gigs of RAM, and either 64 or 128 with storage in a RAID 0 configuration. This is the 5610U. So it will be available in i3, i5, and i7 configurations. And it's a full HD panel as well. Again, we're talking 1920 by 1080 resolution. Multi-touch support for Windows 8. So I'm able to go in and move around between desktop and apps. It does have a Visa mount capable back, so it can be mounted on the wall. It can ship with either a standard DVD or a Blu-ray drive as an option. It also has a TV tuner as an option, so it becomes kind of a very good central hub for people or working in a very small workspace, think a college dorm room. This would be great for that as well. And it's not just a computer, it can also be a monitor for something like an Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3.
And in terms of the build, what is it all one piece of glass, or what is the material?
I'm glad you noticed that, thank you. Instead of having a bezel around with the glass inside, the glass is across the top and it's completely smooth. And it comes and extends all the way to the bottom. This design is using this as a leg to help keep it upright. And it is adjustable. It does not adjust vertically, but it will adjust the angle of use. And I don't have a big enough table to go all the way down, but you can see that it's very easy to move and adjust.
Yeah.
So 23-inch and 27-inch versions available.
Okay.
At the same time, removing the computer components from this, we do have displays that have the exact same look and feel to it, as far as the stand in the back, the flat glass on the front extending to the base. Those are 23-inch and 27-inch, 10-point touch, and the full HD display as well. Those are starting at $499 for the 23-inch and $699 on the 27-inch. This is the Acer Iconia W700. It's an 11.6-inch screen, full HD, 1920 by 1080 resolution, fully optimized for Windows 8. Right now I'm in desktop mode. We'll switch back into start menu and all the different apps that are on there. Pretty thin device for the size of the screen. We've got some powerhouse capabilities here. We can configure this with a Core i7 all the way up. Dolby Home Theater version 4 for sound. Pumps out a lot of sound. This unit will ship with this cradle included. We think that people are going to use this as a workstation. Think of it as a Ultrabook in a slate form factor. So on the side of the cradle, there are 3 USB 2.0 ports, and then the micro HDMI on the tablet itself is available. So, like I said, use it as a workstation, connect an external monitor, either use the included Bluetooth mouse and keyboard, or connect your own larger full-size keyboard. Work all day, disconnect and take it home and use it as a tablet for light reading or surfing the web, playing games, etc.
And this is just a Bluetooth keyboard?
Correct.
Okay, so any your existing one would be compatible as well?
Yes.
Okay. And what's the price point on these? Because it's all bundled.
Right, so we're looking at $800 starting price point.